Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I've got an update on the insane 2021 manufactured home market. 1 week since my last update, and I'm happy to report that in the last 7 days, we have not seen a price increase. No price increase from the factory this week, and in this housing market, I think that's cause for celebration. So far this year, we've seen huge demand, building supply shortages, and lengthy backlogs, which have led to 5 price increases in 4 months and a lot of frustrated potential buyers. That was the intro I had planned for this video, but yesterday at 4:21 p.m., things changed when I saw an email in my inbox with the subject, surcharge update. This email didn't come from the factory I deal with in Canada, it came from a factory in the States, so this update will apply to everyone south of the border who's currently in the market to buy a new manufactured home. What I'm going to do is tell you about the update, how it affects people trying to buy, then I'm going to share 2 questions people should ask themselves before buying in this market, and finally I'm going to tell you about a potential buying window I've recognized that could be an opportunity to get a bit of a deal later on this year, so let's do it. I'm not going to waste any time, let's get right into the price increase. It gives a lot of the same reasoning that I've been talking about for our Canadian price increases, but also has an interesting comparison to site building costs, so let's check it out. It says, recent rapid price increases of lumber, paneling, copper, and plastic products used in our homes can best be described as building product hyperinflation. In November of 2020, we thought pricing would stabilize or even retreat by year end. Then in March, we thought we had hit the market limit. Now, mid-April, prices continue to escalate. Then it shows a quote from marketinsider.com in regards to lumber prices that says, the record mark comes after a historic run for lumber in 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Prices have soared more than 250% in the past year and roughly 348% from March 30th, 2020 5-year lows. It looks like this is their 3rd price increase since November, so not as frequent as I'm seeing up here in Canada, but still a lot more than any normal year. The price changes will be applied first by rolling in our current surcharges into our base pricing, making adjustments to the base costs of our homes. We will be adding a new material surcharge around $2 per square foot that will become effective in early May. 2 things. First, if this price increase doesn't take place till the first part of May, that means you have 5 days to pull the trigger on an order and hopefully sneak in before it takes effect. Second, if you're looking at a 1,500 square foot home, this price increase is going to raise the price of that home by $3,000. So the price in May is going to be $3,000 more than it is right now. Although we have seen the prices of our manufactured homes increase, we have enjoyed a competitive edge over existing home sales and new site-built construction. Even when average surcharges have reached 5 figures, consider on-your-lot builders who were quoting $150 per square foot in 2019 are now $200 per square foot or more. In Lynn County, 1,500 square foot homes cost $45,000 more to build new today than a year ago. Median real estate selling price in our region is up 19.3% and inventory is at record lows. There are news stories of sellers refusing full price offers in Portland. Can you imagine? I couldn't agree more with this. Yes, manufactured home prices have gone up over the last year, but not nearly as much as site-built homes from the info they're sharing. According to the update, the cost to build a 1,500 square foot home has gone up $45,000 in the last year, and builders are charging $50 more per square foot than they were in 2019. If we take that 50 and multiply it by 1,500, we get $75,000. Now let's take off the extra $45,000 it's costing to build the home, and builders are making an extra $30,000 more than they were in 2019, according to the update. Keep in mind the risk involved in building a home in a market that is so volatile. Sure, the home costs an extra $45,000 more to build the day you sign the contract, but what happens if costs skyrocket while you're building? These builders aren't buying every single supply they need to build the home the day they sign the contract. They're taking a big risk, and we need them to make money doing their job, or guess what? They aren't going to build any houses. Then the price of existing homes is really going to skyrocket. The update ended with, long backlogs traditionally squelch enthusiasm, but when you consider realtors have little inventory available for purchase, waiting is favorable to shopping. Today's buyers look to manufactured homes as an alternative to engaging in a bidding war for an existing home listing. Site builders and developers are struggling with the same constraints and will be asking more for the homes they produce. Again, all true. I still think manufactured homes are a great great option in this market. I can't imagine how stressful it would be to go to an open house for an hour, decide if you want that house the same day, then submit an over asking price offer and still not know if you're going to have the winning bid. Will ordering a manufactured home and waiting for it to be built be totally stress-free right now? No, it won't. You're gonna have to find somewhere to live until it's done. You might have to move multiple times, and then there's always the chance that it's delayed. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna have more than an hour to decide which home is gonna be best for you. A question I see quite frequently in the comments right now is, should I buy now, or would you suggest that I wait and see if this all dies down? One thing I've noticed after being in this industry for 12 years is it's really hard to time the market. There have been years that I thought would be nuts that ended up being duds, and then there were years that I thought would be dead last year that ended up being absolutely crazy. Here's the thing. You can always find reasons to buy or not buy. So in my opinion, at the end of the day, it comes down to two questions. Number one, can you afford it? Don't buy something you can't afford. It's really easy to get wrapped up in the hype and then you buy something that's gonna leave you strapped. I know you have to qualify for a mortgage, and if you do, then technically you can afford it, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be comfortable. You don't have to go to the very top of what you're allowed to spend, although in my experience, most people do. The second question is, how long are you gonna live there? If you plan on living there for the next 30 years, then you probably won't care if the prices come down in 1 or 2 years because you're not selling anyway. When in doubt, zoom out. Look at the big picture. Do you think this house is gonna be worth more in 25 to 30 years than it is today? Yeah, probably. Who really cares what it's worth in 6 months, 2 years if you're not selling anyways? Look, I know you want to get the best deal, but like I say, there's always reasons to buy or not buy, and you don't want to find yourself stuck on the sidelines forever. I personally think the market craziness will continue for at least the rest of this year because there's still so much demand that hasn't been met and not very much supply. But eventually I think we will see a black swan event that sets things moving the other direction. The problem is nobody knows when or what that might be. These are just my thoughts. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research in your own market, because at the end of the day, I'm just a guy sitting here recording on a phone. I don't know the future. If you're going to get any kind of deal on a manufactured home this year, my prediction is you're going to get it in December. In my experience, December is very slow for manufactured home sales. However, it can be very beneficial for a dealer to get 1 or 2 more sales at the end of the year. So that might be the only time this entire year where we see a little bit of the bargaining power go back to the buyer. On top of that, people selling manufactured homes are usually paid commission, so who wouldn't love to get a little extra scratch right before the end of the year and Christmas? Further yet, last year, most of North America was under some sort of travel restriction for Christmas, so I have a feeling that this year people are going to do the holidays big, which means way less competition and people out looking to buy manufactured homes. I think December 2021 is going to be dead slow and a nice little window for someone to swoop in and get a deal right before the end of the year. But only time will tell. Another week, another price update for manufactured homes. I'm going to continue giving you the information as I get it and sharing my thoughts to hopefully help you out in your home buying experience. Come for the price updates, stay for the Christmas 2021 buying theories. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.